Hello everyone. Whether you're a little one waiting eagerly for a bedtime story, an adult seeking peace amidst the chaos of life, or a grandparent longing to hear the ancient tales of your youth, today, we're going to dive into a magical story, an ancient legend that has lived on in the hearts of people across Asia for generations, the story of Nuwa, the goddess who mended the sky. Back in those earliest days, there was no blue sky, no rivers or oceans, no people, not even a sunrise. Everything was just a thick, endless mist, pure chaos. The world was in a deep sleep, and then, from that chaos, appeared a mysterious goddess. She had the head of a human and the body of a serpent, moved gracefully like the wind, and her eyes sparkled like stars in the night sky. Her name was Nuwa, one of the most powerful deities in Eastern mythology. People say she was the sister, and also the companion, of Fuxi, the first of the legendary three sovereigns. They were born when Mount Kunlun first rose from the earth, a sacred place considered the center of the universe. As they grew older, Nuwa and Fuxi felt the world was too empty. One day, Nuwa thought of Pangu, the giant who had once split the heavens from the earth. Inspired by creation itself, she shaped mountains, rivers, and animals. Yet she still felt something was missing, but couldn't quite figure out what. One day, while gazing into the clear waters of the Yellow River, she saw her own reflection and suddenly realized, the world is missing someone like me. So, the two of them prayed to the heavens. As the incense smoke rose into the sky, two wisps, one black, one white, twisted together without separating. It was a sign from the Creator. They were given permission to create life. Nuwa walked along the riverbank and saw soft, wet clay. A thought sparked in her heart. If I shape this clay into a human form, could it come alive? With gentle, skillful hands, she molded the first human in her own image. Then, using her divine powers, breathed life into it. The little figure smiled, spoke, sang, and even knew how to love. She kept shaping more and more, but soon, Nuwa realized she couldn't do this forever by hand. So she created a new way. She dipped the rope into the mud, then swung it through the air, letting droplets fall all around. Wherever the droplets landed, new humans formed from the earth. For the sturdier bodies, she breathed yang energy into them. They became men. For the softer forms, she breathed in yin energy. They became women. She also gave them reproductive organs so they could continue their own kind. To spread people across the world, she dipped the rope into the river again and flung more mud into the air. The droplets scattered everywhere, and people were born in all corners of the earth. Soon, the world was alive with laughter, voices, and joy. But Nuwa saw that although people now lived, they had no rules, no ethics. So she descended to the world once more, teaching humans the morals of marriage and family. And that's why she is also known as the goddess of marriage. According to legend, because she and Fuxi shared the same family name, she declared that people must marry someone of a different surname, thus laying the foundation for the rules of marriage that followed. But just when peace seemed possible, disaster struck. High in the heavens, two powerful gods, Gonggong, god of water, and Zurong, god of fire, battled fiercely for the title of Heavenly King. Gonggong, with his ocean-like powers, had flowing green hair and walked with waves rising beneath his feet. Zurong, burning like a flame, had eyes like glowing embers. His steps brought warmth, but also destruction when angered. Their battle was catastrophic. Volcanoes erupted, floods surged, the earth trembled, lightning split the skies, fire roared, trees turned to ash, mountains crumbled. Eventually, Zurong won the battle. Gonggong, furious in defeat, smashed his head into Mount Buzzhao, the mountain holding up the sky. Boom! A deafening crash shook the universe. The mountain shattered. The sky cracked open. From that hole, floods poured down, fire rose from the earth, and chaos returned. The sky tilted northwest, the land sank southeast, and from that moment on, the sun, moon, rivers, and wind have always moved in that direction. Seeing this, Nuwa was heartbroken. The people she had lovingly created were drowning, burning, suffering. She whispered to herself, I made them, I cannot abandon them. So she made a decision to mend the sky, no matter how impossible it seemed. Even if the gods themselves feared the task, she began her journey to find 5 sacred colored stones, red, yellow, green, white, and black. She searched across mountains and rivers. Finally, at Mount Chayente, she found the perfect source. There, she collected stones from the great rivers and burned them for 99 days, forging a magical, glue-like material. She created a massive rainbow-colored stone, 12 zhang long and 24 zhang wide. That's about 40 meters long and 80 meters wide. Over time, she forged 36,500 of these stones, plus one more, totaling 36,501 magical stones. The gods and celestial warriors came to help. They worked tirelessly for 9 days and 9 nights, patching every hole in the heavens. When the final piece was placed, the sky brightened. A rainbow shimmered at the edge of the clouds. Legend says, every time it rains and a rainbow appears, it is Nuwa's celestial patchwork, shining across the sky. But Nuwa wasn't done. She feared the sky might collapse again someday, so she slayed a giant turtle, and used its 4 massive legs as pillars to support the earth, placing one in each cardinal direction. The sky stood firm, shaped like a great celestial tent. With his sturdy columns, the heavens would never fall again. After finishing her great task, Nuwa finally found a moment of peace. But suddenly, she paused. Something didn't feel right. Where are the people? Where are the children I created? It turned out that while she had been busy mending the sky, monsters and evil spirits had taken the chance to roam free, bringing chaos to the world. One such creature was a ferocious black dragon terrorizing the plains, destroying villages and killing innocent people. Nuwa, the great goddess, rose once again. She slayed the black dragon, and drove away the wild beasts and vicious birds. From that day on, humans no longer lived in fear of being hunted. She then used the dragon's ashes and crushed stones to fill in the deep cracks on the earth's surface, blocking the floodwaters from harming people. And finally, she banished the sea monsters back into the deep ocean, restoring peace for humankind. After many long and exhausting days, heaven and earth slowly returned to harmony. The rain stopped, the wind calmed, life began to flourish once again. Though the sky was mended, it still tilted slightly to the northwest, and the land still sloped to the southeast. That's why, even today, the sun, moon, rivers, and winds all flow in that same direction. When everything was finally done, Nuwa was tired, her hands burned and scarred, but her eyes sparkled with joy. She looked down upon the earth, where people were now building homes, lighting fires, and singing songs at dawn, and she smiled. Then, she gently rose into the sky, transforming into a flowing ribbon of colorful clouds. It's said that when you see the sky at sunset, bathed in soft pinks, purples, and gold, like a silk scarf stretched across the horizon, that is Nuwa's mending seam. A quiet smile from the goddess, still watching over the world she once saved. But her story doesn't end there. Legend says that Nuwa went on to build a magnificent palace called the White Jade Castle, a place so grand and beautiful that it became the first model for Chinese imperial architecture. Fortified walls, majestic halls, and sacred courtyards. They say mountain gods helped her build the castle in just one night, using materials gifted by the heavens, strong, magical, and filled with spiritual energy. When Nuwa's mortal body finally passed away, something extraordinary happened. According to ancient tales, her internal organs transformed into 10 guardian gods, who continued to watch over humanity after her death. This divine transformation was seen as sacred, as if an ancestor had become part of the divine, never ceasing to protect her descendants. However, there's another version of the story, strange, yet deeply touching. It says that after her death, the people of her tribe ate her body, not out of hunger, but because they believed that by eating the flesh of their ancestor, they were showing the highest form of respect. They wanted to carry a piece of her sacred spirit within them, to feel safe, protected, and to never forget where they came from. According to legend, Nuwa was buried in Tonggyuan, in what is now Zhuhai County, Henan Province. Because of this, the region was later renamed Hua City, the city of Nuwa. It became a sacred place where people gathered to honor the goddess who created humankind, saved the world from destruction, and taught the foundations of human morality. Though filled with magic and myth, the story of Nuwa is more than just an old legend. It carries powerful meaning. It stands for sparkles, human resilience, the courage to rise and rebuild after disaster, floods, earthquakes, fires, storms, fire, the power of determination, daring to do what others believe to be impossible. Cherry blossom, the image of a great mother, not only giving life, but also sacrificing, protecting, and caring for the peaceful future of her children. Let the story of Nuwa remind us, even in the face of chaos, a single act of love, courage, or compassion can change the fate of the world. If you enjoy these stories, Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, so you'll be the first to know when a new story is released. Your support means a lot. It helps me keep creating more magical tales for you. Thank you so much.